My name is Julie Platt, and I cannot begin to express how thrilled I am to present the Community Leadership Award to our adored and admired Todd Shotz, and to join with all of you in celebration of JQ International. I have the honor of serving as General Campaign Chair for the Federation, and it is the moment today that I have the opportunity to tell you how tremendously proud we all are of our multifaceted partnership with JQ. There are a number of lay and professional leaders from the Federation here this evening to show our support. We are all delighted to be here and to celebrate JQ and all we do together. From having Asher as one of the featured profiles in our I Am Federation campaign, to having Asher and Rabbi Rachel Bad-Or participate in our Federation's Present Tense program, to working together on LGBT birthright trips, to providing resources to support the hiring of JQ staff, and to our newest partnership, which you've just heard about, creating a community support warm line. We've done so much in partnership, and it feels like it's just the beginning. But now to Todd. He is so multi-talented. Let's begin with his role as Jewish educator. In response to a need first identified while developing Ikar's Bar and Bat Mitzvah program with Rabbi Sharon Grouse, Todd founded Hebrew Helpers in 2004. Todd identified a need in our community for a full-service Jewish studies program taught in a private family setting, teaching students of all Jewish backgrounds and affiliations. The aim of Hebrew Helpers to provide young teenagers, and by extension their families, with the tools to navigate their Jewish identity. Today, Hebrew Helpers and its 10 mentor teachers see 100 students each week. Todd the producer. Todd produces film, television, and new media projects through his company, Flying Monkeys Entertainment, where he produced the pilot for the docuseries about coming out of the closet called Way Out for Showtime, and most recently served as executive producer of the hit thriller comedy Ghost Team 1 that premiered at Slamdance and went on to be distributed theatrically by Paramount. This year, Todd is involved in the production of 2 feature films, Follow, a film about an interracial couple adopting a child and all of the societal pressures they encounter, and Shepherd, the story of a Jewish dog, based on a best-selling Israeli novel about a German shepherd that helps rescue his young master from a concentration camp. There's so much more to tell about Todd the educator and Todd the producer, but I have to move on to the last but certainly not least, Todd the volunteer leader. Todd has been involved with JQ since its inception in 2005 and now serves as its board treasurer. Additionally, Todd serves on the steering committee of Limud LA. A self-proclaimed Federation baby, Todd and his family were involved with the Philadelphia Jewish Federation throughout his childhood. And after graduating from the University of Pennsylvania with a dual degree in English and theater, Todd spent 10 months volunteering in Israel through Project Otzma, a program funded by the Federation. After having the opportunity to participate in the Film and TV Masterclass, an Israeli and American filmmaker exchange conference sponsored by our Federation, Todd went on to hold many volunteer leaderships at the Federation, including co-chairing the Entertainment Industry Leadership Institute, serving on the steering committee of the Entertainment Division, and co-chairing the Entertainment Committee of the Tel Aviv-LA Partnership. This past fall, Todd was chosen to participate in the Conversation, sponsored by the Jewish Week, which each year brings together a different group of 50 highly talented and diverse Jewish thought leaders from around the country. And combining his roles as producer, educator, and leader, in 2009, Todd won the Human Rights Campaign eHero Media Award for his work in producing an online video campaign against Prop 8, the first time in U.S. history that a grassroots video became a broadcast television campaign spot. I've left off so many more examples of Todd's multitasking. Suffice it to say that we are all very lucky to benefit from his unending energy, his great skill and intellect, and his expansive heart. Please join me in congratulating the incomparable Todd Shotz.
Heights. Well, first I have to thank Julie Platt. She's amazing. Thank you for being, well, just the best person ever. And for that beautiful presentation. I'm still so overwhelmed that this community of inspirational leaders has given me this wonderful honor today. And to have Julie up here to present it to me is truly one of the greatest gifts. But if anybody knows Julie, she has an addiction to being amazing. She didn't just want to present, she wanted to jump in with both feet to help us make today's event enormously successful for JQ. Julie, you have been an incredible champion for this kid from Penn, our shared alma mater, for the last 11 years that I've lived in Los Angeles. You told the world when I started Hebrew Helpers, introducing me to wonderful families looking for Jewish education. You introduced me to even potential collaborators in my film work. And I have a feeling, in the near future, you will introduce me to the perfect Jewish ER doctor who's looking to adopt 3 children. No pressure, but she'll do it too. So thank you for everything you've done for me and for JQ, and for all of your dedication and your work on behalf of the whole Jewish community of Los Angeles. You have more energy and passion than anyone I know, and I'm so thankful to have you as my friend. I also want to thank my family and friends for being here. To my mom and dad, who flew in from Philly. To my brothers and sister, who unfortunately could not be here today, but are always incredibly supportive of me. But luckily, I have my very pregnant with twins sister-in-law walking around. I don't know where she is. She's back there, filming, of course, here to represent them. And I want to thank my fellow JQ board members, Neil, Janelle, Aaron, Andrea, Nikki, and Kevin. Especially Janelle, where are you? For unbelievably her hard work in chairing the host committee for today's event. And to my best friend, Wendy Jackler. She made sure that everything was perfect for today, even down to that I wore the right suit color. And finally, I want to thank Mr. JQ, Asher Gellis. The legend, the leader, the visionary. It's your brainchild. JQ is so greatly needed, and your passion and leadership have made it possible. I'm so proud to have been present all these years to watch you bring your ideas to fruition. I love being involved with JQ. When I think back to the first event that I went to in 2004, it wasn't even called JQ at the time. I think it was called, "Hey gay Jews, let's get together and have some deli and talk ideas." Well, it may have been a shorter name than that. But whenever I pitch the concept of JQ to any of my friends or potential donors, they laugh at me and remark, only Todd Shotz could find a charitable organization that tackles both of my primary interests, my super Jewness and my super gayness. And this week has been incredibly super Jewy and super gay for me, as I had the opportunity to speak at the retirement celebration for my rabbi at our home synagogue in Philadelphia. I had the chance to thank him for his support when I was wrestling with my identity. He was unbelievably supportive as I became completely open as a gay man. Last weekend, I had the chance to tell him, in front of his entire congregation, that his show of support made me really understand leadership. And so this week, leading up to accepting this award, I've been thinking a lot about what it means to be a community leader. And I've been thinking a lot about my childhood and what has shaped my identities and values. My parents were incredible role models in how they built community outside of our home, in both their vocations and their volunteer work. But it was the way in which they fostered community within our household, the way they kept us bonded and connected, where I think I learned the most. Our Shabbat dinners and the rituals connected with them were seminal moments for me. From lighting the candles, to saying the blessing over the wine, to devouring challah and sharing it with each other. We have a family tradition that my mom started during my childhood and continues to today, that after we light the Friday night candles, we all go around and say what we are thankful for over the past week. Answers have to be actual events that happened that week. There are specific rules. Wishes like world peace are not allowed. The answers have to close the chapter on one week and look forward to the next. This specific gratitude for that week always seems to bring us closer as we share what is going on in each of our worlds. It is the same gratitude that I'm filled with today as I accept this award from an organization that I care so deeply about. When my family shares in this way, it's all about taking a pause in your life and being grateful for the moment. It's why in Judaism we so value and put such an emphasis on weekly and daily rituals. These rituals have symbolic meaning, and we find both traditional and new significance in each generation for them. I teach my students that we light the candles in order to welcome in the day of rest. But today, I can see how the glow of the light from these candles represents a beacon of hope, a chance for openness, a chance for awareness. For many of us, our identities were hidden, or as it was for me, just really suppressed and out of my consciousness. I didn't know for a long time how to exist as a gay man in a traditional Jewish world. It took great parents and siblings and wonderful rabbis and mentors and perseverance and communities like JQ to help me find a place to be open about my identity, while at the same time stay connected to my Jewish roots. What JQ builds are programs where LGBT Jews can inspire one another and learn from inspirational role models like tonight's honoree, Ron Galperin. While running for city controller, Ron included in his campaign materials an image of him and his husband, Rabbi Zach Shapiro. And this image of the two of them campaigning together brought tears to my eyes, as well as to many around the country. That picture, to me, is the definition of hope and progress. It brought out real light. It would still have meant something if you hadn't won, but I'm really, really glad that you did. And when I point to the Kiddush cup at a student's bar mitzvah, I explain that the wine traditionally symbolizes the holiness of the day, but the wine also traditionally marks the separateness of the day. And we can remember that when someone faces their fears, comes out of the closet, or transitions, there is the pain of separation and fear of rejection from their existing community. And even though I have such a loving and supporting family, when I came out 19 years ago, it took its toll on me, especially since this was way before Will moved in with Grace, or marching with thousands in support of same-sex marriage could have even been possible. And even though the tides are shifting and people are slowly becoming more and more accepting, coming out remains a difficult process with unique pressures for each individual and their particular circumstances. These shifts in one's life need community support. I was very lucky to have an amazing support system around me, but many are not. JQ's educational programs and identity building workshops in which LGBT Jews partner with educators and speak about their experiences, they can inspire someone, they can educate someone, and even save a life. We look at the amazing educator we just got to hear so beautifully about, Inez Tiger, who, in her program, students learn skills to make others feel accepted. And the students who feel the separation from most of their classmates will be given hope and reassurance if one day they should identify as LGBT. So awareness and light, followed by the separation and ultimately acceptance, brings us to the hope of looking to the future, the bread of life, the challah, symbolizing the sustenance and the doing, the one to take action, which is ultimately what Judaism is about. JQ continues to take on social service projects like we've heard about from the Warm Line, and help wherever it's needed most. But this is only just the beginning. There is so much more we can do, and you all have been a huge part of that by supporting JQ today. So next week, this is my charge for you. When you're sitting around your Shabbat table, look around at your loved ones, think about the difference you can make in the world, and say why you are thankful. It will inspire you, push you to do more the next week, and continue to help community organizations like JQ to change the world. I know exactly what I will be thankful for next week, so I might as well say it now. Thank you.